Hello there, it's been a while. Let us, for a minute, forget about the tiered loot boxes and new tanks and that sort of nonsense, and let us, for one game, play something very, very old. The Patton, the M48 Patton, the tier 8 one, has been in the game since 2012. So now it's a 14-year-old tank. Now, that was a very nice shot. It did get some updates, but it's still not a very popular vehicle. Now, why am I playing this tank? Well, because now it leads to a tier 11, the Hacker. And the tier 11 should be a very good tank. So that's why I decided to play the Patton. But, to be honest, I don't like the Patton at all. Because if you take just the statistics and you compare it to something like a Centurion Action X, it's just worse than the Centurion in several really important things. It has a bit less DPM, it has the same alpha gun, it has a bit less speed, the armor is really not as good as on the Centurion. It's really unreliable actually, like the whole front is paper. The lower half of the turret is like 250, 260, it's just not good enough. And the upper half of the turret, well, you do have a 80mm cupola right there, so what are you going to do with that? And to make it all the way worse, you have the camo of a heavy tank. Like, if you think about it, while I'll try to aim at the AMBT, if you think about it, this is just an E5 that traded all the E5 armor for a bit more speed. It just doesn't make sense. Just play an E5 at that point. Anyway, I really dislike the Patton. It's not a bad tank. The recent buffs at the end of 2024, they left it a playable tank. It's completely a playable tank. For my liking, the gun is not precise enough anymore, because the Centurion has like 0.03 more accuracy. So you don't have the armor to play up close, and you don't have the gun to play at a distance. So at this point, what do you do? Anyway, this is going to be the first and last Patton gameplay you will watch from me, because I'm done with the grind now and I will never play it again. But you know, I did have this pretty interesting game. Now, I believe that was a bit of lag there, right? Why would I do that? Yeah, let's call it a bit laggy. Actually, it's pretty reasonable that was the case with my forest internet. So, at the start, I do go to the hill. I do manage to farm 2000 damage before getting clapped for the first time. Now, I'm just using this opportunity to hit that can opener once more, but I will eat one more? No, I will not. And Mr. BZ166 absolutely coming in clutch to help me there. Now, the 430 somehow managed to find a place on my tank that he couldn't penetrate. And somehow I did penetrate his tank, so good for me. Of course, the 330mm of penetration on the heat here to help a bit. But, again, I have to say that the final accuracy on this is the same final accuracy as on the Batchet and on the UDES. And the Batchet and the UDES are many things. They are not accurate tanks. That, like, nobody would call them very accurate tanks. So this is what I've been struggling a lot while playing the Patton. Yeah, but anyway, I am done now, and here I am showing the 430 that I am indeed still, you know, a tier 10 medium tank, and he has no choices but to take these shells from me. Okay, I don't want to fight him anymore. I'm trying to see if there's going to be any other shots or shells, maybe from this angle. This is actually pretty clever. He gets unspotted, spotted again. There's no chance here. I don't want to go and take it. Oh, there's Mr. Patton on the enemy team, and he takes one more. Meanwhile, he spot the AMBT. At least the Patton gets 420 meters of view range, maybe just 410. I don't remember. I know it has slightly more than the Centurion. But you just can't play the spotting game if you have something like 8% base camo. It's just It's just one more thing that I really dislike about the tank. But, you know, the view range is nice. I do take a hit from the STRV in the back there, but the enemy team, they are crumpling. And as you can see, when against some tier 8s, wow, that really looked like I was going to hit the BZ, but I didn't. Against some tier 8s, and when not enough people are dealing with me, this tank can actually work out. Like, it still has almost 3000 base DPM. It's nothing to shy away from. It's just, there's a bunch of tanks that are better than this. I don't think I will ever play it again after now getting the hacker. Now, let's see what we can do about these guys. I am going to play around this rock. I'm going to... Oh, I was a bit late. Okay, I'm gonna call it a lag again, and just not me being too old at this point. And yeah, I'm playing around this rock because all those guys were absolutely pre-aim on that. One more thing I will say about the Patton is, it just hates its own modules. It just this game hasn't been too bad, but in other games, I will lose a module almost every shot I take. It's just, this tank doesn't like its own modules. Okay, now the Charfuter also seems to be empty, so I tried to track him in place. I didn't quite get that. And yeah, over 6000 damage now. And as you can see, if the stars align, the Patton can definitely farm a bit, right? Trying to find the shot on the upper plate. Oh, it was a bit messy, but okay. We are done with this. I am done with this tank. I did almost 7000 damage. It's first class, not quite enough apparently. And yeah, I don't care. The most important thing for me is I don't have to play this anymore. So, with that, I bid you farewell, and we will see you in the next video. Good luck out there.